be the time that we'll call the first priest to the podium. Just like it to the stand. La Yashala. Madium, which means to stand. Wapanya Hakwadam, and face the east. We're going to do the Lord's Prayer in the Hebrew. The Lord's Prayer in the Hebrew, Abanawa, Shabbat Shemayim, Kodash, Hayah, Shemka, Yahweh, Malakufka, Taba'ah, Vatazaka, Hayah, Aisha, Ba'arataza, Kura, Hayah, Bashemayim, the Thunder Nawa, Lacham, Kal, Yawam, Wasalak Nawa, Chabawaf Nawa, Kasalak Nawa, Chabawaf Yanawa, Wala'a, Tabaya'a Nawa, Wanasayawan, Abo, Hawashai Nawa, Mayan, Rai, Kaya, Laka, Hamalakwa, Wahala, Wata Para, La Awalamium, Aman. In the English, Our Father, which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name, thy kingdom come, thy will be done, in earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our debts as we forgive our debtors. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom and the power. It's like thine is the kingdom and the power and the glory forever. So be it. We're going to do Hakak, the power, in the Hebrew. Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah, Bubba Kwashah, the thunder Nawa, Hakak, Hakak, Lava Pa'ah, Kal Machala, Wakal Marawa, Hakak, Latahar, Hamad Zariam, Hakak, Lahakwiam, Hamathium, Hakak, Arachawa, Hatama'ala, Lagarashan, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah, the water among. In the English, Yahweh, in the name of Yahweh Shah, please give us the power to heal all manner of sickness and all manner of disease, the power to cleanse the lepers, the power to raise the dead, the power against unclean spirits, to cast them out. In the name of Yahweh Shah, thank you, so be it. When we get Psalms 121 in the Hebrew, Asha'a, Ayanya, All Haharyam, Ma'ayan, Yaba'a, Isaiah, Ma'aim, Yahweh, Aisha, Shemayim, Wa'arataza, Al Yathan, Lamawat, Wagalika, Al Yanawam, Shamarka, Hana, La'a, Yanawam, Wala'a, Yayashan, Shawamor, Yasha'ala, Yahweh, Shamarka, Yahweh, Tazalka, Al Yad, Yamyanka, Yawamam, Hashamash, La'a, Yakaka, Wayarak, Balayala, Yahweh, Yashamorka, Makarai, Yashamor, Afnapashka, Yahweh, Yashamor, Tazaatka, Wabawa'aka, Ma'ita, Wa'ad, Awulam, Aman. In the English, I will lift up mine eyes into the hills, from which cometh my help. My help cometh from Yahweh, which made heaven and earth. He will not suffer thy foot to be moved. He that keepeth thee will not slumber. Behold, he that keepeth Israel shall neither slumber nor sleep. Yahweh is thy keeper. Yahweh is thy shade upon thy right hand. The sun shall not smite thee by day, nor the moon by night. Yahweh shall preserve thee from all evil. He shall preserve thy soul. Yahweh shall preserve thy going out and thy coming in, from this time forth and even forevermore. So be it. I want to get Psalms 83 in the Hebrew. Alahayim, Al Damiyah Laka, Al Tacharash, Wa Al Tashakwat, Al Kaya Hana, Awayab Yaka, Yahama Yawan, Ra'ash, Al Aimaka, Ya Ever Yumwa, Sawad, Wayata Ya'ai Tazawa, out as a Pawanyaka, Amora, Lakawa, Wanakakidam, Magoya, Wala'a, Yazakar, Sham Yasha'ala, Iwad, Kaya, Nawa'ai Tazawa, Lab, Yahadwa, Auyaka, Baryath, Baryath, Yakarathwa, Salaki, Salaki. Nawa'ai Tazawa, Lab, Yahadwa, Auyaka, Baryath, Yakarathwa, Ahoya, Arawam, Wayashama Alaya, Mawa'aba, Wahagariam, Gabar, Wa Amawan, Wa Amalat, Palashat, Am Shabia, Tazavor, Gama Ashavor, Nalawa, Amam, Hayawa, Zarawai, Labanya Lawat, Salah, Aisha Laham, Kamadian, Kasayasara, Kayabian, Marachal, Koyashwan, Nashamadwa, Baayanda Ara, Hayawa, the man, La Adama, Shayathamwa, Narayamawa, Kairab, Wakazaaba, Wakazabak, Wakatazal Manai, Kal, Nasayakamwa, Ashar, Amora, Nayarasha, Lanawa, Afna Awa, Alahayim, Alahaya, Shayathamwa, Kagalgala, Kakwash, Lapanya Raha, Kaash, Tabaariya Ara, Wakalahaba, Balahat, Hoyam, Khan, Baradatma, Basa Iraka, Wabasawapatka, Babahanam, Mala'a, Punyahum, Kwalawan, Wayabakwashwa, Shamka, Yahawa, Yabashwa, Wayabahawa, Aya'ai, Wayakhapawa, Wayabadwa, Wayada'awa, Kaya, Atha, Shamka, Yahawa, Labarka, Awjuwan, Al Kala, Rataza, Aman. In the English, keep not thou silence, O Yahweh, hold not thy peace, and be not still, O Yahweh, for lo, thine enemies make a tumult, and they that hate thee have lifted up their head. They have taken crafty counsel against thy people, and consulted against thy hidden ones. They have said, come, and let us cut them off from being a nation, that the name of Israel may be no more in remembrance. For they have consulted together with one consent. They are confederate against thee, the tabernacles of Edom, and the Ishmaelites, of Moab, and the Hagarenes, Gabal, and Ammon, and Amalek, the Philistines with the inhabitants of Tyre. Asher also is joined with them. They have opened the children of Lot, Salah, do unto them as unto the Midianites, as to Sisera, as to Jabin, at the brook of Kashan, which perished at Endor. They became as dung for the earth, make their nobles like Ored, and like Zered, yea, all their princes as Zabah, and as Amunah, who said, let us take to ourselves the houses of Yahweh in possession. O my power, make them like a wheel, as the stubble before the wind, as the fire burneth for wood, and as the flames set up the mountains on fire. So persecute them with thy tempest, and make them afraid with thy storm. Fill their faces with shame, that they may seek thy name. O Yahweh, let them be confounded and troubled forever. Yea, let them be put to shame and perish, that men may know that thou, whose name alone is Yahweh, art the most high over all the earth. So be it. Saw, which means to turn. Yashabia, which means to be seated. All right, Khan. Okay, Khan, yeah, man. Can you to Rob? Most high Christ. Okay, Khan. I'm gonna add you. I'm gonna add you to the stream now. I'll call and I'm gonna call you up. All right. I'm gonna call you up. So let's get it. We're gonna be starting off in Isaiah chapter 7, verse 1. All right, Imadium, which means to stand. Young man Kenny, you can state your registry. Present thyself.
Young man Kenny, Bun Yehuda, Bun Yashram. Yahweh Bashim
You
Yahweh
remember
Rakatah.
how to do it? Salaki. Start over. I couldn't hear you. Salaki, that's
Okay.
on my end. Go ahead.
Yeah, young man Kenny, Bun Yahweh, Bun Yashram.
Okay,
Yahweh
Salaki.
Bashim.
So you don't. So remember, you don't stay at Barak First, you're going to be in Amadim Shabbat with your hands behind your back, like with the fist, like this. Then, now you state your registry.
Young man Kenny Bun Yahawada Bun Yashala.
Young man Kenny Ban Yahawada Bun Yashala. Then you snap to Amadim Shabbat.
Yahweh Shim Yahweh Rakatah.
Yahweh Hashem Yahushua Rakatah. All right, Yeshavim, which means to be seated. All right, so we're going to get Isaiah chapter 7, verse 1 in the Hebrew. Isaiah chapter 7, verse 1 in the Hebrew. Wayahaya, Bayemya, Achaz, Ban, Yawatham, Ban, Yahweh, Malak, Yahawada, Ailah, Ratazayan, Malak, Aram, Apakwak, it's like a Wapakwak, Ban, Ramalayah, Malak, Yasha'ala, Yerushalayim, Lamalachama, it's like a Lamalachama, it's like a Aliyah, it's like a Aliyah, Wala'ai, the call, Lahalacham, Aliyah. Verse 2, Ayagad, Labayaf, Dawada, La Amor, Nacha, Aram, Al, Aparium, it's like a Aparium, it's like a Aparium, Wayanai, Lababwa, Walabab, Anwa, Kanawai, Itazaya, Ya'ira, Mapanya, it's like a Mapanya, Racha. Verse 3, where ya Amor, Yahweh, Al, Yeshayawa, Taza'a, Na'a, Lakora'ath, Achaz, Atha, Washa'ar, Yesharab, Banka, Al, Quataza'a, Ta'ila, Habarak, it's like Habaraka, Ha'alayawan, it's like Ha'alayanawa, Yawana, Al, Masalat, Shada, Kawabas. Verse 4, wa Amarath, Al-Yuwa, Hashamor, wa Hashakwat, Al, Bashara'ah, Walabka, Al, Yarak, Bashan, it's like a Mashanya, Zenawath, Ha'awada, it's like a Awad, Ha'awadyum, wa Aishanyum, it's like a Ha'ala, Bakharya Ap, Ratazayan, Wa Amor, Raban, Ramala Yahweh. It's like a Ramal Yahweh. Verse 5, Ya'ain Kaya, Ya'aitaza, Al Yaka, it's like a Al Yaka, Aram, Ra'ai, Aparayim, Raban, it's like a Ramal Yahweh, La Amor. Verse 6, Na'ila, Vayahawada, Wana Kwata Zayana, Wana Kwata Aina, Sagi Kwata Aina, Ala Yanawa, Wana Malak, it's like a Wana Malayak, Malak, Brother Waka, Ban, Taba'al. Verse 7, Kaha Amor, Adanya, Yahweh La'a, the Quram, Wala'ah, the Haya. All right, that's the first 7. Go ahead and take it in the English act. Isaiah chapter 7, verse 1.
Isaiah chapter 7, verse 1. And it came to pass in the days of Ahaz, the son of Jotham, the son of Uzziah, king of Judah, that Rezin, the king of Syria, and Pekah, the son of Remaliah, king of Israel, went up toward Jerusalem to war against it, but could not prevail against it. And it was told the house of David, saying, Syria is confederate with Ephraim, and his heart was moved, and the heart of his people, as the trees of the wood are moved with the wind. Then said the Lord unto Isaiah, Go forth now to meet Ahaz, thou and Shear Joshua thy son, at the end of the conduit of the upper pool in the highway of the fuller's field. Verse 4. and say unto him, Take heed and be quiet, fear not, neither be faint-hearted, for the two tails of these smoking firebrands, for the fierce anger of Rezin with Syria, and of the son of Remaliah. Verse 5. Because Syria, Ephraim, and the son of Remaliah have taken evil counsel against thee, saying, Let us go up against Judah and vex it, and let us make a breach therein for us, and set a king in the midst of it, even the son of Tabiel. Verse 7. Thus saith the Lord God, It shall not stand, neither shall it come to pass.
Con, Most High in Christ. To wide reading. All right, Isaiah chapter 7, verse 8 in the Hebrew. Kaya, Ra'ash, Aram, Damashak, Ra'ash, Damashak, Ratazayan, Waba Iwad, Shashayim, Wachamash, Shana, Yachat, Aparayim, Aparayim, Ma'ayim. Verse 9. Ra'ash, Aparayim, Shamorwan, Ra'ash, Shamorwan, Ban, Ramal Yahweh, La'ab, the Amayanwa, Kaya, La'ab, the Amanwa. Verse 10. Where Yahweh Sap, Yahweh, Deborah, Al, Azak, La'amor. Verse 11. Sha'al, Lakah, Awath, Af, Af, Ma'am. That is Af, right? Kind. Saga Awaf, Slakia. Laka, Awaf, Ma'am, Yahweh, Alahayaka, Ha'ainak, Sha'ala, Wa'af, Slakia, Ara, Hagabah, Lama Allah, Saga Lama Allah. Verse 12. Waya Amor, Achaz, La'a, Asha'al, Wala'a, Anasa, Af, Yahweh. Verse 13. Waya Amor, Shemai, wa Ba'a, Bayaf, Dawada, Ma'ainat, Sakia, Hama'ait. Hama'ait, Makam, Hala Awaf, Anashim Kaya, the La'awa, Gam Af, Alahaya. Verse 14. Lakan, Shatan, Adanya, Hawa'a, Lakam, Awaf, Hana, Ha'aimala, Hara, Wala, Wayalabath, Ban, Wakara'af, Shamwa, Imanwa, Al. Salakia, Iman wa Allah. Salakia, Iman wa Allah. That's Emmanuel. Iman wa Allah. All right. So you can now read it in the English, starting from verse 8 to 14.
Con. Isaiah chapter 7, verse 8. For the head of Syria is Damascus, and the head of Damascus is Rezin, and within 65 years shall Ephraim be broken, that it be not a people. And the head of Ephraim is Samaria, and the head of Samaria is Remaliah's son. If you will not believe, surely you shall not be established. Moreover, the Lord spake again unto Ahaz, saying, Ask thee a sign of the Lord thy God, ask thee either in the depth or in the height above. Verse 12. But Ahaz said, I will not ask, neither will I tempt the Lord. Verse 13. And he said, Hear ye now, O house of David, is it a small thing for you to worry men? But will ye worry my God also? Verse 14. Therefore, the Lord himself shall give you a sign. Behold, a virgin shall conceive and bear a son, and shall call his name Emmanuel.
Most High in Christ.
Con not one.
Good reading. Wide reading. All right, Isaiah chapter 7, verse 15. Khama'ah, Wadabash, ya Akal, Lara Aithwa, Ma'awas, it's like a Ma'awas, Barai, Wabachawar, Batawab. Verse 16, Kaya, Bataram, Yadai, Hanara, it's like a Hana'ir, Ma'as, Ma'as, Barai, Wabachar, Batawab, Ba'izab, Ma'ada, Ha'adama, Ashar, Asa, Akwataza, Mapanya, Sanya, Malakyaha. Verse 17. Yahweh, Al-Yaka, Wa'al, I'm Ka Ra'al Bayat Abayaka Yum Ashar La'a Ba'awa Lamayawam Sawab Aslaki Sawur Abaraya Ma'al Yahawada At Malak Ashawur. Verse 18. Wahaya Wahaya Bayawam Hahawa'a Yasharak Yahawa Slaki Lazabawab Ashar Bakwataza La Ara Slaki Ya Arya Slaki Matazarayam Willa the Waba Slaki Willa the Wara double Wara Slaki double Wara Ashar the Arataza Ashawur, verse 19. Waba'awa, Wanakwa, Kalam, Banakhalya, Haba the Wrath, Wabanakoyak, Hasala Ayam, Wabakal, Hana Itis the What, Hana Itis the Watazayam, Wabakal, Hana Halalyam, verse 20. Bayawam Hara, Wayagalak, Adunya, Adunya, but the Ire, Shakar Giver, but, but, so the Ibarya, Hanar, Malak, Ashawur, Havaash, Rashai, Regal, it's like a Regalium, Regam Ath, Hazarak, that's like it, Hazakwan, that's a verse 21. Wahaya, Bayawam, Hawa'a, Zachaya, Ayash, Garal, it's like it, Igalat, Bakwar, Washafia, Tazaan. Let's see. All right, you can go ahead, Mark, and start reading.
Con, verse 15. Butter and honey shall he eat, that he may know to refuse the evil and choose the good. For before the child shall know to refuse the evil and choose the good, the land that thou abhorrest shall be forsaken of both her kings. Verse 17. The Lord shall bring upon thee and upon thy people and upon thy father's house days that have not come, from the day that Ephraim departed from Judah, even the king of Assyria. Verse 18. And it shall come to pass in that day that the Lord shall hiss for the fly that is in the uttermost part of the rivers of wheat, and for the beef that is in the land of Assyria. Verse 19. And they shall come and shall rest all of them in the desolate valleys, and in the holes of the rocks, and upon all thorns, and upon all bushes. Verse 20. And the same day shall the Lord shave with a razor that is higher, namely by them beyond the river, by the king of Assyria, the head and the hair of the feet, and it shall also consume the beard. Verse 21. And it shall come to pass in that day that a man shall nourish a young cow and two sheep.
Come, Most High Christ, to Rob reading. All right, to Rob reading. All right, Amadium, which needs to stand. Amadium, which needs to stand. In this case, young man Kenny, you can also stand too. So usually we would all stand up here, and then that's on the podium would of course stand. When I say all stand, and of course you would also leave the podium, all right, and then the other brother would come up after we state his registry and all that good stuff. So when the brother repeats, when the brother says his registry, right, you're going to say it back at the same time as me, all right. So young man Darnell, go ahead and present thyself.
Young man Darnell, Yaha, Bon Yawahara, Ban Yahawada, Salakia, Ban Yashrala.
All right. At the same time with you, young man Kenny, young man Darnell, Bun Yahawada, Bun Yashala.
Shalaki. Uh, I couldn't hear you.
Oh, it's young man Darnell, Bun Yahawada, Bun Yashala.
Young man Donnell, Bun Yahawada, Bun Yashala.
All right, go ahead, young man Darnell.
Young man Darnell, Ban Yahawada, Ban Yashrala.
Oh, Salaki, you can go ahead and salute after that.
All right. Yahawah,
Yahawah, Yahawah Shabbarakatah.
Yahawah, Yahawah Shabbarakatah. All right, Yahweh Matah. All right, just stop. You means to be seated.
Yeah.
All right, we're gonna start at verse 22, then we're gonna go into chapter 8. Isaiah chapter 7, verse 22. We're higher. Marab, Ashava, Kalab, Ya'akal, Sama'a, Kaya, Sama'a, what about Ya'akal, Kal, Hayathor, Bakarab, like a represent. It's like make sure you're on mute because of the delay. And then when it's time for the read, you can just come back on. So like about that. Verse 23, where Yahya, by Yawam, Hawa'a, Yahya, Kal, Makaram, Ashar, Yahya, Sham, Alap, Gapan, Ba'alap, Kasap, La Shamya, it's like a Shamayar, it's like a La Shamayar, Wala Shayaf, Yahweh. Verse 24, but Bakhatazayim, Waba Koshata, what's like it? Waba Koshath, Waba Wa'a, Shama, Kaya, Shamayar, what Shayat, the higher call, Rapiza, verse 25, recall, Havarayim, Ashar, Ba'amadar, like it, Bama Idar, Idarwan, La'a, Wa'a, Shema, Yira'at, Shamayar, Washayat, Wahaya, Lamashalak, Yaram, it's like a Shavur, Wallamaramas, it's like a Wallamaramas. All right, Isaiah chapter 8, verse 1. And I'm gonna go ahead and go all the way to 7 so we can stay on track. Isaiah chapter 8, verse 1. Where you Amor Yahweh Aliyah Kwak Laka Slakia Galayaran Garawal Wakathab Aljuba Bakharat Anawash Lamahar Shalal Chash Bazra Baz Salakia. Oh, there we go. It's like Lamahar Shalal Salat, but that's the Masher Shalal Habaz. That's the one of the longest names in the Bible. Verse 2. Wa ayada la'a idiom ma'aman slakia ma'amanium a warrior hakahan wa'ath zakar Yahweh ban Yerabak slakia Yahweh. Verse 3. Wa akarab al haban slakia hanab Yah slakia anabaya'a what har what the lad ban waya amor Yahweh alja kora'a shamwa ha mahar shalal khaz ba khazbaz like it mahar shalal khazbaz. Verse 4. Kaya bataram yadai hana'a kora'a abaya waya amya yasha'a khayal Damashak Ra'af Shalal Shamaran Lapanya Malak Ashawur. Verse 5. Waya'at Yahweh the Bor Aliyah Ivad La'amor. Verse 6. Ya'ain Kaya Ma'as Ha'ain Haza'at Maya Hashalak Hahalakim La'at Ramasha Flash. It's like Ramashash Af Ratazayim Waban, Ramal Yahweh. Verse 7, Walakan, Hana, Adanya, Ma'ila, Al Yaham, At, Maya, Hanaar, Sake Hanahar, Atizawam Yam, Waharabyam, Ath Malak, Ashavor, Wa'ath Kal, Kabawadwa, Wa'ila Al Kal, Apayakyawa, Wahalak Al Kal, Gadalat, Sake, Gadawakyawa, Sake Gadakyawa. All right, we can go ahead and start from verse 22 rock in Isaiah chapter 7.
Isaiah chapter 7, verse 22. And it shall come to pass, for the abundance of milk that they shall give, he shall eat butter. For butter and honey shall everyone eat that is left in the land. Verse 23. And it shall come to pass in that day that every place shall be where there were 1,000 vines at 1,000 silverlings. It shall even be for briars and thorns. Verse 24. With arrows and with bows shall men come thither, because of all the land shall become briars and thorns. Verse 25. And on all hills that shall be digged with the mattock, there shall not come thither the fear of briars and thorns, but it shall be for the sending forth of oxen and for the treading of lesser cattle. Isaiah chapter 8, verse 1. Moreover, the Lord said unto me, take thee a great roll and write in it with a man's pen concerning Maharshal or Hashbaz. Verse 2. And I took unto me faithful witness to record, Uriah the priest and Zechariah the son of Jeberechiah. Salakia. Verse 3. And I went unto the prophetess, and she conceived and bare a son. Then said the Lord to me, call his name Maharshal al-Hashbaz. Verse 4. For before the child shall save knowledge, Salakia. Verse 4. For before the child shall have knowledge to cry, my father and my mother, the riches of Damascus and the spoil of Samaria shall be taken away before the king of Assyria. Verse 5. The Lord spake also unto me again, saying, verse 6. For as much as the people refuses the waters of Shiloh that go softly, and rejoice in Rezin and Remaliah's son. Verse 7. Now therefore, behold, the Lord bringeth up upon them the waters of the river, strong and many, even the king of Assyria and all his glory, and he shall come up over all his channels and go over all his banks.
Most High Christ to Rob reading. All right, now you must read the Young man Kenny, present thyself.
Yes, young man, Kenny, Yahweh, Bunny,
Young man Kenny,
on Yasharala.
Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shabbat.
Yahweh Bashim.
All right, Young Macah, the Sabian was moved to be seated. All right, we're gonna get Isaiah chapter 8, of course. We're gonna start at verse 8. Wakhalak, by Yahweh, Sapat, by Irab, second, by Ibar, Id, Tazawar, second, Tazawar, Yadayai, Wayahaya, Matawak, Kanak, second, Kanak, Mana'ah, Rakab, Aratazaka, Aimanwa, all, verse 9, Iowa, Anyam, Wahatwa, Wahazayanwa. It's like has a young called Mother Arapasa, Haba Azor, Sakit, Hasa Azorwa, Wahat, that's like Wahatwa, whether Azorwa, Wahatwa. Verse 10. Itazar, with the bar, with the Yaquam, Kal, Emmanuel, Al, with 11, Kaya, Ka, Amor, Yahweh, Al, Alya, Chazak, Chazakwa, Hayat, Hayaran, second Hayasaranya, Makal, second Malakat, the bar, like Babarak, Ha'aim, Hazar, La Amor, verse 12, La'ah, the Amoran, Kashar, Lakal, Ashar, Ya Amor, Ha'aim, Hazar, Kashar, Ra'ath, Ma'ara, Mara Ra'ah, Awa, La'ah, the Ra'awa, Wala'ah, the Araya Tazawa, so the Araya Tazawa, verse 13. Af Yahweh Tazabaa Aswa the Quad the Quadayashwa Wahara Mawara come Wahara ma I second I represicum verse 14 what Wahara ma slaki lama kodash wala abam Nepal slaki magap wala tazawur ma kashawal lashanya bafia yasha ala lapak wala makwash laya laya washab Yerushalayim. Go in the English.
Khan, verse Isaiah chapter 8, verse 8. And he shall pass through Judah. He shall overflow and go over. He shall reach even to the neck, and the stretching out of his wings shall fill the breadth of thy land, O Emmanuel. Verse 9. Associate yourselves, O ye people, and you shall be broken in pieces, and give ear, all ye of far countries. Gird yourselves, and ye should be broken in pieces. Gird yourselves, and ye should be broken in pieces. Verse 10. Take counsel together, and it shall come to naught. Speak the word, and it shall not stand, for God is with us. Verse 11. For the Lord spake thus to me with a strong hand, and instructed me that I should not walk in the way of this people, saying, verse 12. Say ye not a confederacy to all them to whom this people shall say, a confederacy. Neither fear ye their fear, nor be afraid. Sanctify the Lord of hosts himself, and let him be your fear, and let him be your dread. Verse 14. And he shall select you, and he should be for a sanctuary, but for a stone of stumbling, and for a rock of offense to both the houses of Israel, for a gin and for a snare to the inhabitants of Jerusalem.
Most High Christ. Almadium, which means to stand. To read it. Young man Darnell, you can state your registry, present thyself.
Young man Darnell, Ban Yawahada, John Wahabada, Ban Yasharala.
Young man Darnell, Ban Yahawada, Ban Yashala.
Yahweh Ba Hashem, Yahweh Shabarakatah.
Yahweh Ba Hashem, Yahweh Shabarakatah. Yazamata, Yashabian needs to be seated. Most High Christ, the wide reading too, y'all. Let's get it. Let's get it. We're going to start at verse 15 in chapter 8. Verse 15. Wakashal, Bam, Rabium, Wanapalwa, Wanashabarwa, Wanawakwashwa, Wanalakadwa. Verse 16, Tazawur, Da'awada, Khatham, Slake, Khatawam, Thawara, Balamadia. Verse 17, Wakhaya, Slake, Wakhaya, Yathya, Slake, Wakhaya, La Yahweh, Hamasath, Slake, Hamathasayar, Yar, Slake, Madasathayar, Punyava, Mabayath, Ya Irab, Slake, Ya Iquab, Wakarayath, Ya, Lawa. verse 18. Hana an ankiya as like anakia wahayaladium. It's like wahayaladium. Ashar Nathan la Yahweh la Athawath wala mawapathium ba Sha'ala, Ma'ain, Yahweh, Tezabarath, it's like a Tezabarath, Hashakan, Bahor, Tezayawan, it's like a Tezayawan, Tezayawan. Verse 19. Wakaya, ya Amora, ala Yakam, the Rashwa, Al, Ha'arabath, it's like a Ha'abawath, Wa'al, Hayad, it's like a Hayada'ayim, Hama Teza Paya Teza, it's like a Hama Teza Betazap Yum, Wahama Hag Yum, Hala Wa'a Ayn, Al, Alahayawa, Yabarash, Ba'aid, Hachayayim, Al, Hamafyum, verse 20. Let the Bara, let the Iwada, it's like it, let the Iwada, La'a, Ya'amorwa, Kadabar, Hazah, Ashar, Ayan, Lawa, Shakar, verse 21. Wa Ibar Baha, Nakwasha, Ra'aib, it's like a Ra'aib, Wahaya Kaya, Yarab, it's like a Yeraib, wa the Quatazap, wa Qual, it's like a wa Qualal, the Malakwa, Waba Alaya Yawa, it's like a Waba Alaya, Wapan, it's like a Wapana Lama Ila. All right, go ahead and in English, Bible Pusha.
Isaiah chapter 8, verse 15. And among them shall stumble and fall and be broken and be snared and be taken. Verse 16. Bind up the testimony, seal the law among my disciples. Verse 17. And I will wait upon the Lord that hideth his face from the house of Jacob, and I will look for him. Verse 18. Behold, I and the children whom the Lord hath given me are for signs and for wonders in Israel, from the Lord of hosts, which dwelleth in Mount Zion. Verse 19. And when they shall say unto you, seek unto them that have familiar spirits, and unto wizards that peep and that mutter, should not a people seek unto their God, for the living to the dead? Verse 20. To the law and to the testimony, if they speak not according to this word, it is because there is no light in them. Verse 21. And they shall pass through it, hardly be stead and hungry. And it shall come to pass that when they shall be hungry, they shall fret themselves and curse their king and their God and look upward. Verse 22. And they shall look unto the earth and behold trouble and darkness, dimness of anguish, and they shall be driven to darkness.
What's on Christ? Time. All right, the first, imagine, which means to stand just me up here. All right, just me up here. Well, actually, since young man Darnell, since you just got finished reading, you would stand up too. So, lucky about that. Young man Kenny, you can stay seated for the moment. So we're gonna repeat the steps that I did in the beginning. You can put your thing on mute for the moment, and I'm gonna go through everything. All right. The water for that soldier. So of course, in this case, we're gonna repeat the entire steps. All right. And so what I would do, I would grab the wine. All right. I'll pour the wine for the brother. Usually this would be I'll be pouring the wine to hand to young man Darnell, to be exact, or whoever is standing right next to me. All right, in the middle. All right. Unless there's a brother above me, he would be the head priest, and he would be passing it to the brother who's ever above. That's right in the middle of him. All right. So, but in this case, it's just me, so I'll take the wine. All right. and then we would say La Yasha Allah. La Yasha Allah. Amadiyim, which means to stand. So now all can stand now. What from Yahak with them and face the east. So in this case, since we're online, y'all can stay on mute and just follow along when I go over through the prayers. All right. That'd be no sweat. All right. Of course, if this wasn't if we were in a better scene, like I said, we held the Sabbath service in a library or something, which will be happening soon, and eventually getting our own building. Of course, we will all be saying the prayers. All right. But just follow along in this case. So the Lord's Prayer in the Hebrew, Abanaw, Shabbat Shemayim, Kodash, Hayah, Shamka, Yahweh, Malakavka, Daba'a, Batazaka, Hayah, Aisha, Ba'arataza, Kawa, Hayah, Bashamayim, Latundanawa, Lacham, Kal, Yawan, Wasalakinawa, Chabawafnawa, Kasalaknawa, Chabawafinawa, Wala'a, Wa'anawa, Banasayawan, Abor, Hawashai Nawa, Mayan, Rai, Khaya, Laka, Hamalakwa, Waha'ala, Wahata'apara, La Awalumyam, Aman. Salaki Akim, make sure y'all face the east wherever you guys are when we're doing the prayers. If you guys remember where east is in your where you guys are, just face east. All right. In the English, our Father, which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done in earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our debtors and please forgive our debtors as we forgive our and give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our debts as we forgive our debtors, and lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom and the power and the glory forever. So be it. We're going to get Hakak, the power in the Hebrew. Yahweh, Ba'ashim Yahweh Shah, Babu Kusha, Nathundanawa, Hakak, Lava Pa'a, Ka Machala, Waka Marawa, Hakak, Latahor, Hamatazarayim, Hakak, Lahapayim, Hamathium, Hakak, Arachawa, Hatama'ala, Lagarashan, Ba'ashim Yahweh Shah, the water among. In the English, Yahweh, in the name of Yahweh Shah, please give us the power to heal all manner of sickness and all manner of disease, the power to cleanse the lepers, the power to raise the dead, the power against unclean spirits, to cast them out. In the name of Yahweh Shah, thank you, so be it. We're going to get Psalms 121 in the Hebrew. Asha'a, Ayanya, all Hoharium, Ma'ayan, Yaba'a, Isaiah, Mahaim, Yahweh, Aisha, Shemayim, Wa'arataza, Al Yathan, Lamawat, Wagalka, Al Yanawam, Shemoraka, Hana, La'a, Yanawam, Wala'a, Yashan, Shawamor Yasha'ala, Yahweh, Shemoraka, Yahweh, Tazalka, Al Yad, Yamyanka, Yawamam, Hashamash, La'a, Yakaka, Wayarat, Walayala, Yahweh, Yashamoraka, Makao Rai, Yashamor, Afnapaska, Yahweh, Yashamor, Tazaaka, Wabawa'aka, Maita, Wa'ai, Awalam, Aman. Salaki, young man, Darnell, you don't have to be in Amadim Shabbat. You can have your hands up like this. You can have your hands up like this while we're doing the prayers. That's usually what we do. So we keep them right in front of us like that, while we're doing the prayers. In the English, I will lift up my eyes into the hills, from which cometh my help. My help it cometh from Yahweh, which made heaven and earth. He will not suffer thy foot to be moved. He that keepeth thee will not slumber. Behold, he that keepeth Israel shall neither slumber nor sleep. Yahweh is thy keeper. Yahweh is thy shade upon thy right hand. The sun shall not smite thee by day, nor the moon by night. Yahweh shall preserve thee from all evil. He shall preserve thy soul. Yahweh shall preserve thy going out and thy coming in. From this time forth and even forevermore, so be it. We're going to get Psalms 83 in the Hebrew. Alahayim, al damaya laka, alfa kharash, wa alfa shakwat, al kayahana, awayabyaka, yahamad one, Ra'ash, Al Imaka, Ya Arayumwa, Sawad, Wagata Ya Aitazawa, Al Tazapawanyaka, Amora, Lakawa, Wanakakidum, Magoya, Wana'a, Yasakar, Sham Yasha'ala, Irad, Kaya, Nawa'ai Tazawa, Lab, Yahabwa, Alyaka, Yak, Yakarathwa, Ahoya, Adawam, Wayashama Aliyam, Moa'aba, Wahagayam, the ball, wa Imawan, wa Imalak, Palashak, I'm the Shabya, Tazawar, Gama Ashawar, Nalawa, Imam, Hayawa, Zawarai, the Banya Lawat, Salah, Aisha Laham, Kamadian, Kasaya Sala'a, Kayabyan, Banahal, Koyashwan, Nashamadwa, Ba'ayan Ba'ara, Hayawa, the Man, La Adama, Shayathamwa, Narayabawa, Ka'irab, Wakaza'aba, Wakazabak, Wakazalmanai, Kal, Nasayakamwa, Ashar, Amorwa, Nayabashar, Lanawa, Afnaawa, Alahayam, Alahaya, Shayathamwa, Kagalgala, Kakwash, Lapanya Maka, Kaash, Taba'ara Ya'ira, Wakalahaba, Talahat, Hoyam, Khan, the Radatma, Basa'iraka, Wabasawapatka, Tabahalam, Mala'a, Pandaham, Palawan, Wayabakwashwa, Shamka, Yahaba, Yabashwa, Waya Bahalwa, Aya Ai, Waya Kaparwa, Waya Abadwa, Waya Da'aiwa, Kaya, Atha, Shimka, Yahawa, Labadka, Al Yuwan, Al Kala, Rataza, Aman. In the English, keep not thy silence, O Yahweh, hold not thy peace, and be not still, O Yahweh, for lo, thine enemies make a tumult, and they that hate thee have lifted up the head. They have taken crafty counsel against thy people, and consulted against thy hidden ones. They have said, come, and let us cut them off from being a nation, that the name of Israel may be no more in remembrance. For they have consulted together with one consent. They are confederate against thee, the tabernacles of Edom, and the Ishmaelites, of Moab, and the Hagarenes, Gabal, and Ammon, and Amalek, the Philistines, with the inhabitants of Tyre. Asher also is joined with them. They have hope in the children of Lot, Salah, do unto them as unto the Midianites, as to Sisera, as to Jabin, at the brook of Kasan, which perished at Endor. They became as dung for the earth. Make their nobles like Oreb and like Zeb, yea, all their princes as Abba and as Amuna, who said, Salakia, who said, let us take to ourselves the houses of God in possession. O my power, make them like a wheel, as the stubble before the wind, as the fire burneth for wood, and as the flames set up the mountains on fire. So persecute the with thy tempest, and make them afraid with thy storm. Fill their faces with shame, that they may seek thy name. O Yahweh, let them be confounded and troubled forever. Let them be put to shame and perish, that men may know that thou, whose name alone is Yahweh, art the most high over all the earth. So be it. We're going to get the prayer of the curses. Blessed are you, Yahweh, King of heaven and earth, and all things living. Yahweh, in the name of Yahweh Shai, listen to us now, right now. Send evils and curses, and punishment and destruction to the heathen that speak against us, thy prophets, the teachers, the princes, the priests, the Israelite brothers, and the school. Send evils and curses, and punishment and destruction to the heathen, and shake loose the treasure of the rich of Israel that refuse to give to the school. Force their riches to enter into thy sanctuary. Send evils and curses, and punishment and destruction to the Edomites, and the nations, and the drug dealers, the court system, the prison system, Planned Parenthood, all the governments of our enemies, Amalek synagogues and armies, Roman Catholic Church, the Pope, Islam, Christianity, Egyptology, militia, Ku Klux Klan, Aryan Nation, skinheads, Pazi Kamatazi, the gay movement, the lesbian movement, spies, workers of witchcraft, NASA space programs, Army, Navy, Air Force, Marines, Wall Street, open up the internet and the airways, the cable access channels, and the radio channels. Convict the spirit of any of thy people that seek to stop us, and bring swift destruction to all the heathen that stand in the way or try to stop us from broadcasting your words throughout the planet Earth. Let loose all the plagues, cause them to go to and fro through the earth, and consume them. Let the plagues shake the house of the thief and the murderer. Let Yahweh Shai, Michael, and Gabriel come down with the flying saucers, and punish all the heathen that come up against us as we speak thy word. Cause it to be known that it is all that has done it, that are the angels that have done it. Cause it to be spread through the media, throughout the whole world. Cause them to shake out thy coming. In the name of Yahweh Shai, thank you always, so be it. Sar, which means to turn. Yashab Yun. Sisters only can now be seated. Men of Israel, we're going to give a crazy salute to the brothers. Men of Israel, Amadim Shabbat, Amadim, Barak, Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahweh Barakatham, Yajimata, Sarah, we're going to face the sisters. Men of Israel, Amadim for the sisters. The sisters can now stand. Men of Israel, we're going to give a courteous salute to the sisters. Salaki. Men of Israel, Amadim Shabbat, Amadim, Barak, Yahweh Shamar Alathan Ba'ashim Yahweh Shai. Yadamata. With that, service dismissed.